We can do what?
I say we can walk in if you want.
No, I was just saying joke or laughing or it doesn't matter.
All right, we live yet? I think we are live. Hey, are we there? Anybody hear us? I think we are. Look.
Okay, yeah, well, we're doing something. Anyway.
Every
week is a new experience here on the Smack and Jack morning program.
So we need to mute, as always.
That down.
Mute. And good morning, guys.
Hello once again. Smack and Jack, I am Keith.
And I'm Joel.
And what's going on this week, Brother Joel?
Well, we'll get to our agenda right after this. I'm going to dial up on the phone, so
stick around. We'll be right back.
From the Somerset Studios in Westchester, Pennsylvania, it's Smack and Jack Live with your co-hosts, Keith and Joel Lenderman.
All right, so here we are.
Yeah,
whoa. Oh,
no wonder nobody recognized it. I think I got a new co-host or something.
Holy mackerel. All right,
anyway.
So, Keith, what are we doing today?
It looks like I think we're going to do, what are we going to do? We're going to start out with a joke of the day, which is always funny, right?
Yep.
And then we're going to talk a little bit about what happened last week. We had some technical difficulties, and I think you have them. We're probably going to have some technical difficulties today.
Surprise, technical difficulties. What else are we doing?
We're going to go through that, and then
you have...
my new segment,
segment.
Uncle Keith's Crazy Quiz. Got a couple of them.
Yay.
Pretty good. And then, what are you going to talk about?
Okay, so, and then where it says picks and shovels, that's not a term that I created my own. That's Vick and the 4% uses that for different things that you use, the little tiny tools that you use. And in this case, it's for the video that we created. Smack that in the face, jack up your income.
Okay. Great video, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Thank you. So we'll take a look at some of the tools that I use to put that together. Microphones, keyboard, and all that stuff, and programs. And we'll get in not too in depth because we don't want to put everybody back to bed.
Right. I didn't want to say bore, but yeah, you just want to touch on a couple of things. Keep everything kind of light on this light Saturday morning.
It is a Saturday morning.
Yes.
And then we go to our birthday minute, which is a hit, I say.
Yes.
Smack and Jack has a hit.
And this is actually the day before Father's Day, so let's right off the bat, can we do that? Just give a shout out to all our pops all around the planet, and thank them for checking in. If you're a father, say he's a father.
Yeah, I'm a father.
Anyway,
so happy Father's Day to everybody.
Happy Father's Day.
And wish your dad a happy Father's Day. Okay. All right. I think is it time to move on to
let's move on.
Joke of the day?
See,
all right, joke of the day.
See how funny we can be today.
All right, so what do we have today? Hopefully we're not showing our jokes to anybody. I'm going to put our monitor right there, so whoops. Okay, so our first joke. All right. What did the lawyer name his daughter?
I don't know. What did he name his daughter?
Sue.
Oh!
Now, I will say that as I'm reading these jokes, most of our audience probably thinks, well, Keith sees the answer there. But truth be known,
I can't read.
He can't read that far.
Thank you. I can't read anyway. No, I can't see that far.
He can't see that far, so he truly does not know the answer.
Exactly.
Okay. That one we did before. I don't know why it's back up here. It must be popular. Let's do the next one. What did Cinderella say when her photos did not show up?
I don't know.
I figured that. Someday, my prince will come.
Prince! That's just...
Okay, one more.
That's just terrific.
We're going to have to write to our writers.
Yeah.
Okay, last
Start paying them, maybe. That might help.
And stop lifting this stuff straight off the internet. Okay, here we go. How do trees use the internet?
I don't know. How do trees use the internet?
They log in.
Oh! Log.
Okay, all right. Let's get back to real time. Okay, so actually, before I do that, let's get up my agenda. Not agenda, but this is our... okay, so picks and shovels of recording a video that's a little bit bigger deal. Oh, you can tell me.
Let's not skip here. What happened last week? We had a couple of issues
That's
last
right.
week.
I'm looking at it right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right on the screen here. What
Yeah.
happened last week?
Okay. All right. So last week, for those who were online with us, probably noticed that we had a little issue with our
Entire video.
yeah.
Let's just-
from beginning to end, we had trouble with our entire video, and I figured out what it was. If you see in the big picture here, the issue happened when, if you see on the bottom here, see that there's like my ear is stuck out over there because this part of our screen froze.
Okay.
Yeah. What I discovered is that happened after we took this handsome picture of us. Remember, we were creating our new fan page?
Right.
And we took a picture, and from that moment on, there was a glitch, and then our picture looked like this for the rest of the video. I had my ear stuck out there. It's a great ear.
Yeah, but we don't need two on the one side.
Yeah, and it does
Most people don't.
Looks a little bit odd.
Yeah.
And then there's half of me right there. And then the picture got small and all that. So why that happened, I'm just not really sure. But that's what happened, and hopefully things are back to normal today for our
Okay, right.
for the duration of this video. Okay, so I just wanted to let people know sometimes things happen that we don't know how they happen. If you just shut it down, restart, open up the program again, things. Of course, we can't open this program again because it would shut down our stream.
Right.
And we'd have to
Then
stop.
we'd have have to explain next week what happened last week
Yeah.
again. We don't want to have this be a segment. This is just, we got enough good segments. We don't want to.
We don't need another segment of how can we fix what went wrong last week?
Yes.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So that's what happened last week. All right. What's next, Keith? You have to be like in charge. Of
Okay. Okay. Well, how about if we do the quote of the day?
Quotes
I got
of
a
the
couple
day.
of Uncle Keith's.
All right. So
Quotes.
let's make sure we go into our intro.
Yeah, we got a little intro here.
Here we go.
Now, folks, it's time for Uncle Keith's crazy quotes. So stay put.
All right.
Okay.
Hopefully-
First quote of the day: study nature, love nature, stay close to nature. It will never fail you. And that is from Frank Lloyd Wright.
Nice.
Not to be confused with Weber. I think that was.
Can you say that one more
Can
time?
we do that?
Actually, I was going to give a little something over there since I happen to have a keyboard. Say that again. Maybe we should talk about these quotes.
Okay. Study nature, love nature, stay close to nature. It will never fail you. Now think about that.
Well, I'm thinking right now it's raining like we haven't seen it rain in about a week.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That's...
Well, that's about that for that one. I think I have one more here.
All right,
as
one more
this,
quote.
As this
One
segment
more quote.
grinds to a halt
Yes.
for some reason. I
All
don't
right.
know. It's maybe it's the rain. I don't know.
What do you got?
Man with no imagination has no wings.
And that was?
And that was Muhammad Ali. And he kind of
Wow.
didn't he float like a butterfly? So he had plenty of wings. So that's a pretty good quote.
Yeah.
He was good with the one-liners. So.
Right. Yeah, he did dance kind of
Yeah,
all around
yes,
there.
he did.
All right.
Yep.
So, thank you, Keith.
Yeah. Yep.
Outro. Here we go. Okay, so we are back. Now let's get into our tools of video making. All right, and then
Got quite a bit. Yeah.
I know,
Let's kind
yeah.
of go over how you made your smack that in the face or
Yeah.
smack that video.
and we'll have to move quickly through this because
Again,
we're-
keeping the audience's attention.
That's right, because we're already way into this video and we haven't even gotten to the main point yet. Okay, so let's see if I can get this to work right here. Yep, I want that. And then we're going to go back to this one here. Okay, So, hey, who's that handsome guy there? All right, so the very first thing that I use to create a video is just simply my phone. The video cameras on these phones have gotten really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they are.
And if that's all you have, then you're in pretty good shape. Now, you can get upper level video cameras, and that's fine.
And most of these things are being watched anyway on the phone anyway, so you got a screen that's tiny. So,
yeah.
You know, it's not like people are
Right.
watching these on their home theaters or anything. So,
Well, I think this one did get to the movie theater. But,
was it a trailer for this last Star Wars?
Yeah. So anyway, so there's my iPhone. Whatever type of phone you have, I'm sure it has a nice capability to record video and audio as well. And then one thing, when you take a picture into a mirror, make sure the mirror is somewhat clean. Our bathroom mirror is not so clean.
Toothpaste.
Yeah, something like that. Okay. Now the second thing that you should probably have, but again, that you don't absolutely need a computer to do this. You can do it pretty much on your phone, and I'll show a little bit of that in a minute. I happen to have the accessibility of a MacBook. This is actually through my school, but we're permitted to use it for whatever we need to. So I use a MacBook. You can use an HP of some sort.
Uh-huh.
However, some of the programs I'm showing you are really just for Macs. All right, the other thing we have here is a keyboard. Excuse me, and I happen to have my keyboard right here, folks. And you're probably saying, man, that's really old. Well, yes, it is old. Now, again, if you want to get into the music end of it, it's nice to have a keyboard. But you do have to have the MIDI. That's what that is up there. Music instrument digital interface. Is what that means.
What that means.
Musical instrument digital interface. I have to think about that. And what that is, MIDI looks like this. All right, so if you have an older keyboard that does not have a USB output to go into a contemporary computer, then you need one of these guys here, and this box looks like this. Can you see that in there? Okay, that's how big it is. Okay, I don't know if they can see that there.
Something just moved. So.
Yeah, can you see that there? There you go. Okay, cool. So we use that to get our older keyboard to go into a new computer. If you have a new keyboard, you may not need this.
Already have a USB.
Yeah, this is probably about $30. The other, buying a newer keyboard was going to be close to $100, so I thought, I already have a keyboard. Let me just get one of these guys here. Okay. And that's the back. You see that there's a USB that goes right out to your computer there, right?
Okay.
All right. Microphone. I decided to go with the Snowball microphone, which looks something like this. Okay, and I happen to have it right here in front of me. Let's see if I can go back to big screen here. Okay, so this is what this microphone looks like.
Kind of looks like almost like one of those things in the winter. What do they? You throw at each other?
Not a baseball, but
something ball. A snowball. It looks just like a snowball.
It does.
Moving along.
Moving on. Okay. So I got the Snowball. That's probably about $50 or $60.
Let me ask: is this a Bluetooth wireless? Or?
This is not wireless.
Okay.
But it does have the USB.
Okay.
Which
makes it very easy to hook up.
And it goes straight in. Not an issue at all as far as compatibility with your computer.
Okay.
So it goes straight in. Okay, here's another picture of that. Let me open this up a little bit more. All right. And here is, wow.
Another picture. Yeah,
it's really pouring out there, folks.
Sure.
All right, and it comes with a little tripod. So shortly, in the next few weeks, we're going to start using this microphone as our microphone for our programs. Okay, so we can do that as well. We just haven't gotten there yet. And then the thing I like about this is on the back of this microphone, you can change the setting. You can have it unidirectional, which is right here, omnidirectional all around.
Right.
You can create less sensitivity if you're playing an instrument. Like if you're recording a trumpet, you would want to set it maybe to 3 so it's not overpowered.
Okay.
Okay. So it has some nice settings there.
And this is where all the recording is done,
Yes.
right? In the
Isn't that crazy?
mobile sound booth. Wow, no kidding.
Yeah, so all of the vocals on my Smack Det video, all of the vocals, singing-wise, was done in my car while I waited for Sophia to rehearse in her course.
Okay.
So I did it all in my car, and one of the nights that I was recording, it was raining like this. I'm like, oh boy, we're going to get some crazy sounds. But that's it. I had my computer and a microphone.
That's all.
And I had already done some tracking, obviously, on the program. All right, and then we feed all that into GarageBand. GarageBand is a free download for Macintosh.
Okay.
If you go to the App Store, you can download that free. I'm not sure of an equivalent for HP computers.
Okay. PC.
Or PC, sorry. PCs. There may be something, but I think GarageBand is a Macintosh product.
Okay.
So,
You might be. It's very popular. So check. That might be compatible now
Yeah.
with PC.
Yeah. But for free, this is
a tremendous amount with this.
I mean, this is way back. You know, you and I both worked in a recording studio at some point in our lives. This is probably twice what they had, 20, 30 years ago in a recording studio. And anyway, pretty phenomenal. All right, so we use that for the putting all the sounds. See my different tracks here, and I'll show you that in just a second. And then here is iMovie. And for your PCs, you have Movie Maker. Now, I have actually used both of these. And I will say, yes, that iMovie is, as I've learned to use it and gotten around some of the little quirkiness of it, that iMovie is probably superior to Movie Maker.
Okay.
Just, for the different options.
Now, is this a free download as well?
This is free as well.
All right.
Yeah, this is free as well. And I can't remember if this comes with, I think this comes with your Macintosh computer.
Okay.
Just like Movie Maker comes with most HP computers. Or, I'm sorry, PCs, sorry. Yeah. Okay, now, if all this seems daunting to you, you can have iMovie, and I put this little icon here, iMovie on your phone. So let's just see what an iMovie from your phone looks like. And you click here, you can go straight to YouTube. And this is one of the ones I did last year after our vacation.
Okay.
And there's some, all I do is find the pictures, and then it will categorize the pictures for you. And then you can just kind of press an icon and create a movie there. Okay, so there's my wife and daughter. We're in Maine. And then it takes it took my still pictures, I could put it in there. And I could put all this online, basically that evening after getting all those.
Boy,
and the music that you hear comes with iMovie. And then you can get some different free music off of YouTube. There's a bunch of free music on YouTube you can download and so forth. Okay? All right, so that's that. Let me just show you... that's my lovely older daughter, Sophia. All right, let me just show you a little bit of what... let's get this. There we go. All right, let me just show you a little bit of... This is my live Smack Det, of course. Let's see if we can start right here. All right, so I used my keyboard to put most of it in, except for the percussion that you hear. The percussion came with the program.
Okay.
So I just put in some different tracks and so forth with that. Okay, so this is what my...
so you can change the beat, the rhythm, the speed, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you can do all that up here.
Right.
Do all that up here. Now, what I will say is there are so many tutorials on YouTube to how to do all this. Don't be afraid that, wow, that looks so complicated. Just go on to YouTube, find beginner beginner GarageBand, and they'll walk you right through it.
Okay.
Okay. So not a big deal. Same thing with the, let's see, where's my iMovie? Okay, same thing with iMovie here. Of course, somehow I have my students on here that were not on here when I left home today. Let's see if I can go to, well, I'll go up here to this, all my files. Of course, that's not what I want. I use a lot of this for, but anyway. All right, let's get back to, there we go. All right, this is probably the one I want here. Sometimes it takes a while for,
not to load. You got
yeah,
a lot.
yeah. All right. Of course.
Yeah, well.
All right, so let's see if we can get this one to go. Okay, so here it is. This is the actual smack dead in the face, jack up your income video there. And all these different clips in here. Again, this took a while to do, but just be patient with what you're doing, right? Okay, so all these little clips I overlaid here, had this in here. Actually, what I did was record the whole thing and then load the movie back into iMovie so that I could put some of these other layers on top of it.
Okay.
Okay, and it just, again, be patient as you do it. Go into YouTube, find all the tutorials, and you'll be just fine.
All right.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right, so
That's kind of a neat
what
little
else did we have here?
overview.
The one thing, yeah. Again, that was quick, but those options are there for you if you want to make your video a little bit more interesting than just a regular video.
On the screen here.
Okay, so yeah, we should probably get back up to there, and
There we are. We're
yeah.
back.
All right, so a couple other things. Here's a little this guy here. This is what I use for the in-car while I'm driving video.
Oh, okay. That
So I
holds your
hook
phone. Okay.
my phone onto here. This goes onto the window,
Okay.
attaches to the driver's side window, and then my phone goes there. Whenever I do the driving video, it's like I'm driving like 10 miles an hour, and it's on a street that I know there's no
In a
traffic.
shopping in a parking lot, right?
Yeah, yes, right,
Right.
yes, yeah,
Yes.
right across the Target entrance there. All right, and then here's just a little tripod, and you can bend these guys to grab onto anything, right, just like that.
Right. So you can either stand or go hook
Yeah,
onto something.
you can stand, hook, and hang it. There's a shot in my video where I'm looking up, and I hung this from the ceiling fan
Nice.
in my room. So yeah. So that's about that. Those are just some of the different options if you want to make a video that's a little bit more involved than just a regular showing it with your phone
Okay.
video
Yeah.
there. Okay. All right.
Pretty
So that's about it for that. Shall we move on?
Yeah.
I think we better close things out.
Yeah.
What's our next one,
well,
there, Keith?
we got a birthday minute, huh?
The birthday minute. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get into our birthday attire.
Okay.
And
We'll be right back.
right back. Where is it? Birthday minute. There we go.
And now it's time for the Smack and Jack Birthday Minute.
Birthday minute.
Start off with people.
Okay.
No. Well, I tell you, we look spiffier every time we do
There
a
we
birthday
go.
minute.
Yeah, we almost forgot this.
Woo!
New
And
prop
that was
today.
New prop. Yeah. Happy birthday. And of course the drums.
Hey. All right.
All right.
So, what do we got here, Keith?
All right. Well, we're going to start.
Yeah, who's the big birthday?
The big birthday.
Well, everybody's a big birthday,
Yes,
but
right.
this
But,
particular one.
well, Igor Stravinsky, born this day. Of course, it doesn't tell us when, but since Joel's a music guy,
yeah.
I thought I'd point that out.
Happy birthday to
Happy
Igor.
Yeah, Igor.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's going to be appreciative, and I'm sure he's
Nice.
watching the show.
Okay, so who else we have here today, Keith?
All right.
I will say that there are no birthdays today.
There's no birthdays.
No birthdays today on our list. Is that crazy?
So, yeah.
Yeah. Crazy.
So,
All right.
anyway.
So we're going to start with tomorrow.
Okay.
All right. Can we get a rhythm going over there?
Right.
All right. All right. So tomorrow on Father's Day is Jim and Titus. Moving on to Monday. Clydria, Lisa, and Pam. Tuesday, Joanne and Joe. Now Wednesday we have a whole lot of people, and I have to scroll down. All right, Wednesday, the 21st is Debbie, Dee Dee, Janet, Carl, Lane, Lucas, and Wanda. Moving on to Thursday, the 22nd, Sherry and Lisa. Friday, we have nobody. Ooh. Saturday, we have Liz and Marlo. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, everybody! Whoa, that was good.
All right, yay! All right, so moving on.
All right.
Moving on. Why is my computer working so slow today?
Must be the rain. Did it get wet?
I think so. All right, so we have to have a birthday minute outro so we can get ourselves changed.
And that was the Smack and Jack Birthday Minute.
Birthday minute, birthday minute.
All right. I didn't do the whole scene without my glasses on, did I?
No, I think you took them off. I don't know.
I took them off.
I think you took them off to take your hat off.
Because that would be kind of like Batman.
Yeah, right.
You know, I mean, I started the show like that too. We can't have that.
Yep.
Cannot have more than one time in a show. All right. Well, I think that kind of wraps us up today.
Okay.
We went over a couple picks and shovels for our recording video. Send me a message. Send us a message.
If you got questions of how we do certain things or how we can better, if you have some ideas for us, let us know.
Let us know if you had any questions
that you're
about
watching
that.
too. Yep.
Go ahead and share.
Yep.
Share the goodness of Smack and Jack. What else? I think that's it, Keith.
I think that's
should we
about
start
it,
the outro music?
I think we
then
should.
We can kind of say our goodbyes.
Yes.
And so here's our outro music there. It should be kicking in.
Okay.
Last week, or it was actually 2 weeks ago, we kind of talked all the way
right through it. Yeah.
So all right.
Anyway, so
that's it, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
And once again, you deserve a thought of your own.
So be in touch.
See you next time.